Hello, everybody, and welcome to the September Astro and Tarot predictions. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with my lovely sister who's going to read the cards for us. Hi, Sophie. How are you?
Hello. I'm really happy to be here. It's a beautiful day. I don't know for you guys, but it's a wonderful change of the season, and I just feel really happy about that change. And September is a great month for me. Let me know if you like September too.
Yeah, me too. Well, it's both of our birthdays during the month of September 1st, September 3rd. So we're going to talk about, we have a new moon right in the middle of our birthdays. And generally, when I looked at the astrology for September, I'm feeling that, well, I like the astrology. I like the energy. I like what I'm seeing so far. I feel like, honestly, August has been whooping my ass, if I can say. It's been really hard. Lots of challenges, lots of delays. And of course, we had Mercury also retrograde. And first good news for September, Mercury is going to be direct. It's moving direct right at the end of August. So finally, I feel like things are going to start moving forward in their natural order, in their natural rhythm. And the other thing that is going to be super interesting in September is that it is the start officially of eclipse season. So the first one is going to be on September 17th, so right in the middle of September. And then we're going to have the second one 2 weeks after on October 2nd. So the second one, we're going to talk about it when we do the October predictions. So we're going to focus on the eclipse we have during the month of September, which is going to be in Pisces. And both of the luminations this month are making T-square, which means there's important decisions that will likely need to be made during the month of September. But the point is Jupiter, so it's not so bad. It's not like a very like as disruptive as we had, let's say, with Uranus, for example. Jupiter will bring, yes, decisions, but it also brings blessings in the end. So I kind of like September. I feel like it's kind of the rewards and answers we've been waiting for.
Mhm.
And if we felt like the energy was stagnant for a while, we were waiting on some responses, let's say things to move forward, I think we're going to have those answers during September. So yay. And how are you feeling intuitively, Sophie, about September before we start?
I just feel this unblocking. I just feel that September is going to be less intense for people, but just things are going to just fall into places. Things are just going to move, but not too fast, not too much. It's just going to fall into places and just a natural flow. So I don't feel that we're going to feel stuck. I don't feel that there is going to be, I know it's eclipse season, but that's just what I'm getting intuitively. We're going to do the cards, but I just feel that we're going to be guided in the right place. Yes, but I'm not getting a huge deal for this eclipse. Let's hope I'm right.
Okay, it's interesting. Maybe because it's in your sign, in your ascendant sign, in your rising sign, Pisces. Maybe you can deal better with those energies. Maybe. Let's see with the cards later on. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but we are testing out a new formula for those Astro and Tarot prediction monthly. So we divided this one into 12 videos for each of the zodiac signs, so you don't have to click on the timestamp for your sign. You can just listen to your own sign. So it takes a little bit more of our time because there's montage, editing that needs to be made. So let us know if you do like this formula, and we'll keep on doing them. So of course you can like this video, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. So that really helps us out, and it gives us the message that you indeed like this new formula, which we hope you do. So first of all, I want to start off by saying a very, very happy solar return to all of the Virgo babies, Libra babies during the month of September. A very happy birthday to all of you. Happy solar return. And we have a very special surprise for you guys that we are starting off this month with the new formula during for the month of September. And as a huge thank you for our beautiful community, We will be giving away one consultation with Sophie to one of our lucky community members that will be celebrating their birthday this month. So we will be starting it right now for the month of September. I already wrote a message in the community, and a lot of people have answered to participate. And then we will carry on with the same formula every month for all the birthday celebration in our community. So if you would like to join our community to take part in those giveaway every month, you can join for free. That's on maisonjupiter.academy, and you'll see there's lots to share, lots of interesting posts, and we will be also adding some more interesting stuff in the community with like this giveaway that we'll be doing every month. So first thing I wanted to say, and then so drum roll, our winner for September from the community that will be winning a consultation with Sophie, and I just want to show it here. So for the beautiful soul who's going to win the consultation, they will have the choice between the tarot reading 1 hour and the past lives reading. So, and of course, if you're not a winner, if you'd like to book with Sophie, you can do so on maisonjupiter.com. All the links will be below in the description box. And don't forget your discount code, which is Jupiter, to get 10% off your next reading. So yes, drum roll, the selected. And then I did not select the winner. The universe did. I used the dice to make sure I was staying very neutral in this process. So our winner is Isa 33 Reed. So she says, hello, MJ family. I am celebrating 55 on September 16. A very happy solar return and birthday for you. For my solar return, I would love to manifest peace, love, and sovereignty to our beautiful planet. I would love to manifest the ability to embrace my purpose and let go of procrastination, self-doubt, poverty mentality. Wishing both Julie and Sophie and all our fellow Virgo babies a wonderful solar birthday. So thank you so much. You are our winner. Very happy for you. So let us know, send us an email. You can find it on the website, and let us know which type of consultation you would like to get with Sophie for your birthday. All right. So that being said, let's start the show with the important dates. So this one is going to be a little different. So we're going to be using the calendar that I made. And if you'd like to download it, it is free download available. So I'll put also the link on the description box below. So I put a legend there for people that are not like super knowledgeable in astrology, so that they can discern what dates are good right away without looking too much into the aspects. So first, when we start September, we'll have, let's say, a lightning bolt here. So expect surprises. Uranus will turn retrograde. And then Pluto will re-enter Capricorn. So for the very last time in our lives. So yes, and whenever Pluto changes sign, we can expect surprises and big events. And then on the 2nd, right in the middle of our 2 birthdays, we have a new moon in Virgo at 11 degrees. So we're going to be talking about this one in just a few seconds. And then we have like here a bunch of square oppositions. So be careful on those days. And then there's a beautiful green heart here on the 11th, Mercury-Mars sextile. And yes, I forgot to say, Sophie, we have a lightning bolt for your birthday. But that can be good surprises. I did not say bad surprises.
I hope so.
And on the 15th, we have a star date. So those are the luckiest date that I put a star there. Venus-Jupiter trine. And then the event of September is going to be the eclipse. So that's a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. And we're going to be talking about this one as well. Beautiful trine here on the 19th. And then we have a couple of lightning days where there could be lots of surprises, movement, and especially also because we are in the eclipse window between the 17th and the 2nd of October. And then a beautiful trine here on the 24th. But you can expect between eclipses, as usual, that there are likely going to be lots of surprises. So keep your schedule as open as you can. This is what I do usually in between eclipses, because you never know what's going to come your way. It's not necessarily negative. It's just that we often have to adapt very quickly. And then a beautiful star date here on the 30th. Mercury Kazemi, so the Sun and Mercury go to conjunct. So good news, beautiful announcements, surprises, and the South Node is going to be conjunct also.
So you know what? I'm still optimistic.
You're still optimistic? Yes, me too.
I'm excited that whatever change is coming our way when it's eclipses is going to be a good change. And this is going to be a beautiful month for everybody. So we're going to look in each sign, of course, but
Yeah.
I'm still on it's going to be a good month and things going to fall into places.
Yeah, me too. I 100% agree with you. And I think the changes that are going to be made are definitely destined changes, because we are talking about eclipses, and eclipses deal with destiny. So, and I think if you have been, let's say, actively working on making sure you are centered, you are in your let's say, in your purpose and your values, usually that brings a lot of good energies, especially when we have such karmic signs. Like Pisces is like the karmic rewards coming back to us, and a full moon is a completion. So I'm feeling very optimistic as well. So stay tuned, because in the second part of the video, we're going to be talking about each of the signs in detail. So we're going to be talking about your sign. And of course, you can look at the video for your sun, for your rising sign, and lastly for your moon as well. So you're going to have more complete predictions. And I would say sun and rising are probably going to be the two most accurate predictions that you're going to find there. And I usually listen to both, and you're going to see there's probably a mix of both themes that are going to be happening. So let's start first by talking about this new moon in Virgo at 11 degrees. So I put the same little emojis here so you can refer to the calendar. So it's a new moon, so we don't see it in the sky. And I put a red light there because it's making a T-square, but it's not like I don't see it like as a bad full moon or a new moon, I mean. But things can move. There's likely things are going to be shifting. And it's kind of a similar T-square, and it's a mutable T-square. So maybe things are like in motion. Mutable is changing, it's perfecting, it's letting go. So there's a lot of things in evolution at the moment of this new moon, and it's a very similar T-square that we're going to have at the eclipse. So for me, what that tells me is that this new moon, we're going to be starting things, new moon, new chapter, that are going to lead to a lot of rewards and, let's say, karmic endings and karmic rewards coming at the eclipse. So those two are going to be very, very much in connection. So make sure anything that you start there on this Virgo new moon is really aligned with what you want, with your purpose, with what you wish to manifest in your life, because the eclipse is going to give you, let's say, completion and rewards for what is started there. So I wrote here, a new endeavor requires hard work and important decisions. So both of the lunation of September, I think, are going to be under the theme of making important decisions because of the T-square that points to Jupiter. And both of them have this mutable T-square with like different planets in it. So here the new moon opposes Saturn. Yes, directly. Saturn is at 17 degrees and points to Jupiter at the center of the apex of that T-square. So T-square is tension, lots of tension, but Jupiter is at the apex of the T-square, so it's not so bad, but yes, it requires changes and decisions. And because it's in Virgo, the sign of work, and opposing Saturn, another planet of work and of hard work, that is, I feel like we're going to be adapting to a new way of doing things at work. So the two major themes that could come up during the month of September for both of lunations for me are work, career, and health. because Virgo and Pisces is the axis of health. So I think it's going to be the two main themes that we're going to be having to transform. So adapting to a new way of doing things, adopting a new professional strategy, because Virgo and Saturn equals work. And because it's mutable, we're going to have to perfect things, change things, do things in a different way, work hard, be disciplined, have a routine, have a schedule, have a timeline, streamline our efforts. So all of that stuff is very Virgo and Saturn at the same time. Working hard to create a new revenue stream, because Jupiter is a financial planet. So it will require lots of work. So I'm not gonna lie here, but I think it could also produce very interesting results with Jupiter here. Needing to make decisions regarding anything that's Jupiter. So here I put a list: social media, information, content, traveling, relocation, immigration, because it's Jupiter and Gemini, which is the apex of that T-square. So that's the focal point of the decisions that we're going to have to make. So there could also be a new social media project, a new event, a new online project that needs lots of work and dedication. Virgo and Saturn, facing obstacles, Saturn, delays, but that can be lucrative in the end. It could also talk about perfecting a project, making something better, aiming high, because Jupiter is the arrow. It's the ruler of Sagittarius. So having a goal, aiming high, working hard towards that goal. Or it could also talk about health. So tackling a health issue or imbalance with information and research, because of that Jupiter in Gemini. But I think the good way of doing things is to be a good Virgo, especially for that new moon. So organize yourself and your ideas and your projects like a good Virgo. And this will be likely a preview of the themes coming at the eclipse. So it's time here to put in the work if you want to reap the rewards later on. So Sophie, can we look at the cards for this new moon in Virgo?
Yes.
Or this community?
Interesting. Okay, so those are my oracles, and I will also take some of tarot cards. So one card fell on the floor. Always good. Okay, so let me show you everything that we got. Starting with the oracle, we have releasing, we have purging, and we have communication with this web that is there. So with this, it's exactly as you were saying, Julie, the connection, the preparation, the online presence. It's all of those things of that you mentioned with the social medias and everything. We have also, with this, I'm seeing a lot of people in your network that are going to be helping you in this phase. So your connection, your communication is going to be important. And we are going to not be in Mercury retrograde at that time. So hopefully it's going to be a very positive communication, and I feel it this way. A lot of networking is going to be coming in. Those two cards, the card of purging and release that we started with, it's already done. I think it's what was left behind maybe during the Mercury retrograde or the last month. We're starting fresh with this. We start with a new communication, new intent. So your affirmation are going to be really strong also with this. And you really want to use every people in your network for this. With the card of tarot, we get the Two of Wands. We get the Six of Wands. So a lot of wands so far. And the Knight of Cups. So what we see here is that we could be trying to change things. We can try to have a new also balance. They're trying to have a balance to support this. So they're working together. Again, we have the network, we have a teamwork. They're working together to find a balance for their new reality. So the Two of Wands right there is going to be, okay, so we released stuff that didn't work in the past. Now, how can we bring something new that is stronger, that has more balance, and hopefully letting go of everything that didn't work in the past with our new knowledge. The Six of Wands is there to tell you that you're going to be having the rewards. So everything that you're starting is going to get you the rewards and the success that you really hope. But you have to use your affirmation, your vision, and your communication in all form to really continue to have this vision in your mind, to manifest it, to get the best rewards, because you can amplify those rewards using communication and your vibration to get more. The Knight of Cups is telling me that you're going to have a lot more of connection with what you create, because it's going to come from the heart, and it's going to be stronger in your life, because your vibration is going to be full of love, full of positivity. So it's just going to amplify everything you're creating from that center of your heart.
Wow. And it's so interesting that you got the two first cards as detox and purging, because it's not detox, it's something else.
It's purge and release, but you're right. I was thinking about detox too.
Because Virgo rules detox and letting go of, like, in your body, in your work, like making sure you are focusing on the right stuff. And Saturn is like the planet that likes to simplify, likes to release what's not necessary. So I feel like, although it's a new moon, there's an element to it, if we look at the cards, that is still also in like streamlining, simplifying, letting go of what no longer works in work and in health, which makes a lot of sense with the archetype of Virgo.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Well, you gave me a lot of reassurance because it's falling directly on my sun. So let's hope for the best. And now we're going to be talking about the event of the month of September. So this is going to be the eclipse. And with eclipses, usually we feel it about a month before and about a month after the eclipse season. So from, let's say, late mid-August until beginning of November is going to be the orb of influence of the changes ushered by the period of eclipses. So they always come in pairs, and this time it's a full moon eclipse, and after the second one is going to be a new moon eclipse. So meaning that on September 17th, we are in the release, purge, detox mode still. And it's interesting that you got that for the new moon. So I think it's going to be like a major theme for September. And then 2 weeks later, we have a new moon eclipse, which is going to be very light, I love the energy of the second eclipse. So I think first, before we can really start fresh with the second eclipse, we need to release stuff. So this is kind of what this eclipse tells us. And eclipses usually, for people that didn't hear us talk about eclipses before, usually they usher big changes in our lives. So big events. So that can be, let's say, a change in location, you move, you get in a relationship, you leave a relationship, you get a new job, you go to a wedding, you get married, you have kids, or you become a grandparent. So any kind of big lifetime milestone is usually in the eclipse season. So that's what the eclipses are here. And because they are close to the nodes of the moon, so they trigger our destined path. So usually those things are more linked to karma and destiny than our free will. And sometimes we like to joke around, Sophie and I, and we say, even if you'd like to hide behind a rock during an eclipse because you don't want to face like all the changes that they bring, it's not going to work. It's still going to affect you in some way. But that doesn't mean it's negative. Of course, that can be beautiful stuff happening. But with this one, I don't know. So I can't wait to see with the cards, to be honest. Because first of all, the meaning of a full moon is a closure, a completion, an ending, letting go. An eclipse is like a full moon on steroids. So it's like 3 times the power of a regular full moon. And then Pisces is the sign associated with endings, with karma, with the end of a cycle. So we kind of have 3 signifying factors that tells us that it's going to be a big karmic chapter ending in our lives. So whatever it is, and we're going to talk about the sign individually after. So you're going to know in what house it's going to activate, so you have more clues of that, what that can pertain to. So, okay, this one is interesting. So the lunar eclipse, so the moon will be conjunct Neptune, so the ruler of Pisces, so the ruler of the sign it's in. So like another element that tells us that karma, past lives, the past, also clearing, letting go is going to be very, very much emphasized. And then the moon will be between Neptune and Saturn. So Saturn is the other planet of karma. So as you can see, ending of a big karmic chapter, Pisces and Saturn rule karma. And that can be very positive. Let's say you're really done with something, with a certain experience that you keep repeating from lifetime to lifetime. So this is kind of the ultimate, thank you very much, leave my life, thank you. Let's go on to the next chapter. Jupiter can bring long-awaited karmic rewards that you had to work hard for, because it's still making this mutable T-square that we had at the previous Virgo new moon. So because it's close to Saturn, it's closer to Neptune, but still Saturn is an orb for the conjunction. So it can bring obstacles, delays, challenges. Also, Saturn wants to make sure that whatever you're starting next in your life is realistic, but also has a long-term potential. So that's why some things may not or may work with Saturn. And then you're going to be able to see the results of your hard work and the results coming at this full moon eclipse, because it's a completion. It's where we can see the rewards of our hard work. Is equivalent to the amount of work you put in. And because it's Jupiter that's being the focal point of this T-square, it has to be aligned with your moral. And you have to play by the rules because Saturn is involved. So karma, morality, and hard work are like the ingredients of success for reaping the rewards here at this full moon eclipse. For other people, it could be more of a health theme coming up at the last new moon in Virgo that we had that needs your attention in order to bring awareness and healing. A lot of past life themes, I think, will be coming up for healing and letting go. And Neptune is the planet of forgiveness and letting go and connecting to source and God and the universe. So we're going to be asked to let's say, be our higher self, to forgive and let go. And on that note, if you'd like to know what you're going to be liberating, you can also book with Sophie for the past lives consultation. I will be doing so for sure, especially with that, because I want to reap the rewards. I'm tired of seeing, let's say, the same past lives karmic loop coming in my life. So as I said, there is still this mutable T-square. We have the sun on one side. On the other side, we have the moon, Neptune, Saturn, and then Jupiter is at the apex of that T-square. So again, this theme of making an important decision regarding a Jupiterian theme. So also that could be regarding the house that it's in your case. So look where Gemini is falling. So it could be around finances, investments, learning, teaching, traveling, relocating, immigration, international affairs, justice, and legal affairs. So a few of the things that Jupiter rules here. So that could be something important that comes in your life. You have to make a decision. You have to think about the future, Jupiter. You have to see things from a bigger perspective. So with every eclipse, be open to change, stay flexible, and especially because we have a mutable T-square. So mutable is all about change. So another double whammy here on the theme of change, and then being able to see the bigger picture with whatever comes into our lives. Also, we will be asked to let go of what needs to leave our lives at this time. So that being said, I can't wait for you, Sophie, to let us know with the cards. What are you seeing?
Let's see what we have. And we have Purge.
Wow.
And it's not even the same card. Okay, interesting.
Interesting.
We have unpredictable.
Yes.
And we have divine timing. This is like keywords for those kind of events. Let's see with tarot cards before I show you everything that I have. King of Swords, the Hangman, which is Pisces energy, by the way. The Hangman is Pisces energy. And Three of Cups. So let me show you what we have. So this is the card that is named Fever, and it says sick, tired, and purge with King of Sword underneath. So yes, with what you were saying about health, it can be health related also with this eclipse, where you can have finally an answer on what you have. If it was karmic or from a past life, what you're suffering from, mental health, physical health, you could have a release or just understanding on what it is in your body. And I have chills for this. It's very, very connected. Your energy field can create stuff that are becoming physical. So with this, this topic of past life and karmic retribution, you can finally have something that is removed, purge from you. The King of Swords for me represents also surgeon. So if you do need a surgery, you could have some news about it. Overall, I'm feeling that it's a very positive energy, but just to cover the full spectrum, for a little percentage of the people watching, you can learn that somebody is starting an illness. So, or you can learn that someone is going under the surgery. So this could be options also when it is an eclipse. The card in the middle, it's my card of trouble. It says outside of the box, rebel, and unpredictable, which is completely normal to see when we have an eclipse. The card underneath is the Hangman. Everything, those things together means that you're not going to be in an action with this. You don't have any power saying otherwise. It says that you're not going to be in power. You're not going to be able to do a lot about what is coming. It's going to be unpredictable, and things are already settled. So it's in the universe. Universe wants to help you, have already decided what is going to be your eclipse and what needs to be removed for you to be in your best path for the next portion of your life, for the next chapter for you. So you're not going to have to take action for what is to come. It is already there. You don't hold a lot of power. The card about Pisces is your power relies on how you react to it, and you will need to realize that the bigger picture makes that any change that is coming at that time is going to be a good one. But it's going to possibly be uncomfortable if you are trying to hold on to it too tightly. The last card that we have is divine timing, because yes, those things are divine intervention and they come at a divine timing in our lives. And it's a Three of Cups. So we can have celebration, we can have a wedding, we can have reconnection, rekindling the flame with this. It's not just bad stuff that are there. It could be really beautiful, beautiful energy. You need to know that there is good stuff that are coming through, but it can be unpredictable. So the key word of all of this is really trust the divine. Try to work on your vibration to manifest the best version of it. And whatever comes, stay in a high vibration and really focus on your words, because your words are really powerful and you want to understand that whatever is coming is really good for you. So continue to say, I trust in the universe and it will be good for me.
Wow, I love that. And I also wanted to say, I got a kind of a download while you were talking. Of course, this kind of conjunction of planets is also not, let's say, the best one for the immune system, especially for the eclipse. So I just want to say, if something comes up, especially at the new moon in Virgo, which deals with health, with natural health, if you see, like, let's say my immune system feels a bit weak, I'm starting to get sick. So this is the time to take your vitamins, to really have a good, healthy routine, to make sure that your grounded, prepare for anything that comes up for the eclipse. Because let's say if we start already the eclipse season feeling tired, feeling, it's kind of easy to feel under the weather with this conjunction of planets and whatever, let's say, the powers that be or were have in mind for the planet.
Yeah, and I would add to it that help also your elderly. So the people that are more advanced in age than you around you may need some support or some vitamins also, or anything that is just a boost, because Saturn rules older people. And I think Pisces does too, if I'm not mistaken. So we need to just watch yourself, your energy, especially from a 5D point of view with those cards. So especially your vibration, because it's connected with Pisces, and because we have this hangman of 5D energy, but also if you can help the people who are elderly around you.
All right. Thank you, Sophie, for that. And also, I wanted to add that eclipse season means big changes in the collective. We talked more about the personal side of things. I'm going to make like separate astrology video for the collective, but in our personal lives, eclipses is usually where we need guidance the most, when we need to listen to our own intuition, our own guidance system the most. And of course, I personally like to book an appointment with my sister, because she gives me kind of, let's say, a couple of different scenarios that could happen later on, so I could choose kind of what timeline I want to go on. What can I do to, let's say, better a situation? So that's something I personally like to do. But of course, the best thing you can do is also do it for yourself, right, Sophie?
Absolutely.
Sophie has put up an awesome new course, which is all about learning tarot. And this is our favorite tool, Sophie and I, to, let's say, connect with our intuition to get answers, whatever question we have. And sometimes we have like very 3D questions. And like, let's say, doing this new formula for this show, we pulled some cards and we're like, yes, I think that's the way to go for, let's say, embracing the changes and the evolution and our path ahead for Maison Jupiter. So you can really ask questions about anything in your life, and the tool, there's many different tools you can use to listen to your higher self, your intuition, but that's the one that we know the most, right, Sophia?
Yeah, absolutely. And this course is a little bit different from the others. I really want you to have fun with this one. I really want to use the imagery. And I'm showing you a new way of learning the card that is intuitive, it is fun, it is easy. I'm using lots of examples from many decks, so you can have fun and using many decks. And it's going to be also focused on understanding the cards and the keywords, but I'm giving you my own personal technique, all of my little secrets, so it can come naturally from you, and you can rely on what is in front of you and not having to go with your logic. So this is fun, this is easy, and from the feedback that I have when I teach that particular technique, it's really fast learning. And from there, you can switch with any decks and you are in your full control. This is giving you a lot of power in your life.
And especially to go through like big periods of transitions like the eclipses, where we have to shift, we have to stay flexible, we have to embrace new paths, embrace new ways of doing stuff. So that can be like a really important validation, if you can connect back to your intuition and be like, okay, this is the right decision. Am I on the right path? With whatever area in your life. So this first one, I love your technique, Sophie. I think most people are visual. Most people are very intuitive, especially in this community. So looking at a lot of visuals, symbols from different decks. So you teach how to use a deck they want and learn to really easily discern like all the different messages from the deck. So I feel like it's a really Pisces rising approach, which I love. And we have a special launch promo for this tarot course, which is a 50% off. So we're not going to have the discount soon. And the discount code is tarot50 to get 50% off. So that's going to be for a limited time only until September 1st. So until your birthday. So really, we're putting those videos before the month of September. So make sure you take advantage of that promo. So thank you so much, Sophie. So let's look at the different 12 zodiac signs. Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. First of all, happy Virgo season, a very happy solar return if you are born in the month of September. So let's look at the predictions for your month of September. First of all, on September 2nd, we'll have a beautiful new moon in your sign. Beautiful, but also challenging at the same time. So that falls in your first house. But I think, and I'm pretty sure Virgos are going to handle this in the best possible way because it's falling all in mutable sign. We have a T-square, immutable T-square. So we'll have here the sun and the moon opposing Saturn and Jupiter as the apex of that T-square. So all activating, first of all, very important houses for Virgo, but also mutable houses. So Virgos are already using this, already used to perfect things, to change things, to let go of what no longer aligns, to have this purification process, this detox process. So I feel like this is when it's going to happen with the month of September. And I feel like of all the signs, I think Virgos are the one that can do this the best. So we gotta give ourselves some love whenever we can, Virgos. So okay, let's talk about this new moon to start with. We have a beautiful new moon at 11 degrees, right on my sun. So very excited about this new moon. And if also your birthday is near September 2nd, so that means you'll have a new moon solar return. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check out the solar return workshop that I produced not too long ago. So that's going to help you decipher what the next year holds for you, if your sun is in Virgo, that is. So if you have a new moon solar return, that means you're under the energy of this new moon for your whole year. And also that means that you will have a brand new period opening up. So a new moon is kind of this manifestation energy to bring something new into your life, to bring a whole new chapter, new energy, new manifestation. So a new manifestation, a new personal project, or something you are wishing to experience will and can come into your field of awareness at the moment of this new moon. And I think this new moon is super important, and especially for Virgos, because we're going to have in 2 weeks later the eclipse in the opposing sign of Pisces, which is kind of will begin to give us some of the answers and rewards of what we have planted on this new moon. So make sure you really put in the work and the manifestation, and to start also building step by step your dream projects, whatever you want to experience at this new moon, because we're going to start reaping the rewards at the eclipse. Prepare to work hard, but I know it's something that Virgos can do pretty well because Saturn is opposing this new moon. So Saturn will test you. Saturn can bring some challenges, obstacles, delays, can ask you to do something over and over again. So it might, let's say, take a little time before you can see the success in whatever you're starting, because Saturn wants to test you, wants to know like how committed are you to this project. Also, because it's falling in your 7th house, there could be someone you're working with or a partner that's being more demanding, partnership that is kind of a challenge in itself. You could also be dealing with a partner, let's say a romantic partner that is older. Saturn more demanding, kind of depressed. Also, Saturn is kind of this energy of isolation, or someone that is very much career focused, career oriented. So it could mean that you put a lot of work into a partnership, a collaboration. Saturn is there. You just have to make sure that you know and you're conscious that you will need to make an important decision whether or not a partnership will go to the next level. And we'll talk about that also in the eclipse, because we have this decision point that also regards, if it's not a decision around your partnership, it's about your career and your long-term goals and your future. And also there's a component to this decision which deal with partnerships because of that Saturn. And then this theme will carry on at the eclipse 2 weeks later in Pisces. So we'll have Jupiter there, which is kind of the apex, which allows you and asks of you to make decision to choose kind of a crossroad. And Jupiter can talk about international, can talk about expansion, can talk about relocation, traveling, expanding your consciousness, teaching, learning, all of that stuff will come into the forefront of your consciousness and in your 10th house. So that's regarding your career and your future. So, and why was I talking about like you'll need to make a decision whether a partnership will go to the next level? Because Saturn deals with contracts, and in the 7th house, it likes to be there. So that's a good place for Saturn. So contract, marriage, long-term investment regarding partners. So where do you want to work in the world could also come up with that Jupiter in your 10th house. So you'll have likely important decisions to make, but I think for Virgos and for other signs, but Virgo is going to be very important decisions because it's falling in angular houses. And then 2 weeks later, on September 17, we'll have a full moon eclipse in Pisces in your opposing house. So the 7th house of partnerships, relationships. So this is a very, very important eclipse for Virgo because it's going to be the first activation by eclipses in your axis of 1st and 7th houses, which is the relationship axis. You yourself, what do you want to achieve for yourself, your personal projects, your dreams, and what kind of people are going to be able to accompany you for those goals? What are going to be the good matches to, let's say, carry on with whatever direction you chose. So this is going to be the main theme for the next 2 years, because when we start in 2025, so next year at the beginning, we'll have the North Node move into your 7th house and the South Node move into Virgo, into your sign. So the nodes will be there for a year and a half until mid-2026. So that means we're going to have eclipses in Virgo and Pisces for a year and a half. So Virgos, you're going to be under the spotlight of transformation, undergoing major personal and relationship transformations. Yay! I don't know if I'm ready, but let's do it. So last time we had eclipses in Virgo and Pisces was in 2015, 2016. So you can look up what kind of theme was going on in your life. So just take a moment to think about what kind of major events were going on in 2015, 2016, and especially relationship-wise, because there is going to be a theme. Kind of, let's say, a 2.0 version of that theme, but it's going to be reversed because the North Node is going to be in your 7th house, and in 2015, 2016, it was in Virgo. So meaning in 2015 and 2016, the main focus was you, yourself, your own projects, and you didn't have to compromise for a relationship because you had to focus more on you, yourself. What do you want? And this time is the opposite. So the North Node is going to enter your 7th house. So the main focus is going to be partnerships, relationship, collaboration. Also, clients is the 7th house. So you're going to have to focus on those things. Okay, so yes, this eclipse will ask you to release and let go. So that's kind of the preambule, the introduction to all this big book of transformation of the seven in the first house, the first one. So when we start a transformation process, we begin by what? By releasing the old, what no longer aligns. Yes, yes. You're like, Sophie's like, I thought I was done with this. No. So the eclipse asks you to release and let go everything you have to let go in order to welcome fulfilling relationships. And that, for me, really screams past lives patterns here, with Neptune, Saturn being there, both like really, really entangled with karma. So letting go of a lot of past life patterns that have been preventing us from having fulfilling relationships. And also, as, let's say, a Virgo, Virgo is a very independent sign. So sometimes it could be a good thing, but sometimes it could also be like a sabotage of our own relationship life. So letting go of past life karma, ending karmic loops with other people, cord cutting rituals, and you're probably going to say your little 2 cents over here on the cord cutting rituals, but letting go of connection and past life connection and past life karma, past relationship dynamic that no longer work for us, and we want to evolve into something that is more, let's say, a fair exchange of energy. We'll have to deal with the energy of Neptune, which is forgiveness, which is infusing light and love into those past life themes. Also, yay, it can mean getting the karmic rewards you deserve in partnerships and career, because this eclipse is still making a T-square to Jupiter in the 10th house. And Jupiter in 10th house can really expand things in a really positive way, can really, let's say, manifest the dream future that we've been waiting for. And of course, it comes with decisions, because it's still the point of the apex of the T-square. So when we have a planet there, it often points out to a decision-making process. But there could be very, very positive and leading to expansion. So making important career decision, deciding your future direction. So you'll have glimpses of your future there with this important eclipse of Virgos. And Jupiter can lead to eventual success in career because it's in the 10th house. So you'll likely have like a more prominent role in your life mission, in your career. And also, because you have let go of who's or holding you back, of what kind of relationship pattern is holding you back, relationship karma, it's really allowing you to expand publicly in a really big way. So just one thing to keep in mind, some relationships will solidify while other will dissolve. We have this mix of Neptune and Saturn. So Saturn is like commitment. It's also cutting out. So it could be like I have the French expression, ça passe ou ça casse. Make or break. Yes, thank you. So it's a make or break type of eclipse, but it can be also, let's say, not necessarily people from this moment. It can be also past karmic connection that we are letting go. Sophie, what can we glean from the cards for Virgos? For Virgos, let's see what we have. Purification. Of course we get this. Okay, and let's see what we have. So let's start with the imagery of this card. So this is someone that has this serenity that is just coming out of this aura. So he has a lot of serenity. He is also holding on to a Buddha face. So I'm assuming it's a lot of spirituality. You could also do a cleansing of your home with your own belief. It could also be in terms of what you believe in. You're doing some kind of revisiting
what you believe in, what no longer is aligned with you, and releasing maybe some whole belief. Maybe you're releasing some guru, maybe you were following someone and you decided, you know what, it's not aligned with me. So we do have this purification. It's going to be mind, body, and heart. So you really want to be open to it, because you're going to come out. It looks like a new baptism. So it looks like a new you while you're going to get out of this purifying water. So let's take more cards with this, and let's see what is coming up for you guys and us too. For Virgo, please. What do we have? Thank you. So we have plenty of cards that just fell out of the deck. I have 4 cards for you. So let's see what we have. So those are the ones that fell out of the deck. We have 2 of Swords is the first card. We have Queen of Pentacles as the second card. And we are getting the Hierophant right now. And those cards fell out of the deck. Also, I'm just going to show you what they are, and we'll see if we take them in consideration. Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Wands, and we have the Page of Wands. So far everything resonates. So I'm just going to use everything, and I'm going to, don't tell the other side you got more.
We won't.
Okay, so Virgo, what we have is you're going to really use this energy to remove something that you didn't want to see, hear, or really sense in your life. So there was a blockage holding you back that sometimes you kind of knew that it was holding you back, but didn't really want to address it. And in this time of September, it's going to be necessary, because you're holding on to a huge power. You're holding on to a huge abundance and a power of creation that leads to abundance, that this blockage is holding you back to go forward with your project, with your creativity, with your fertility. So if you were trying to have a baby, there was a blockage, and this needs to be addressed in this moment. We do have also the Hierophant, like I said. So you do have protection in the month of September. If you are listening to Saturn, if you are listening to the lesson that are showing up for you, if you're saying thank you and yes, I do the work, and this month you have full protection, it is like you have this safety net for the whole month. But you do need to do the work. Otherwise, the safety net is going away. Okay, I don't want to scare anybody, but it's really about you doing the work this month, and you showing up for the change that is asked of you. We have the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So fast changing things are necessary, are going to happen. I want to say that in love, those changes can really come fast. So a faded meeting with somebody that you are in a relationship already or not, it could be there, or renewal of it. But it can also be an ending of it, because the wheel is going up, but it's going down also in this love card that we have. So depending on if this is aligned for you, we are going to see if this relationship is following you in the next step. One thing that I just noticed is we have this dragonfly that is there. And dragonfly are often known to be a messenger of the other side. So I think this month you're going to receive messages. Thank you. It's still Mercury retrograde as we are filming, so we're just embracing the full chaos of message. You're going to get a message from Messenger, this month, and it's going to be from most likely the other side, your guides, past loved ones. So it can come from many form, dreams, downloads, any type of mediums, also signs as dragonfly, birds, anything. But it's going to be meaningful for you because it's going to prepare you with those changes that are coming. Lastly, the last message for you is Queen of Wands and Page of Wands. A lot of work is going to be required for you this month, a lot of work in a new direction. But if you can see how much fire there is, it's almost just fire. So this is the passion that you're going to have to put in the new direction you're going. So make sure the choice you're making in terms of the work that needs to be done in your job or in a relationship or in anything, you put a lot of passion into it. If you don't have the passion, it's the wrong direction for you.
I'm ready. Let's do it. Yay. Thank you so much, Sophie. That resonates so much. I'm just like having a bunch of downloads while you're talking. Yes, I do feel like it's going to be very defining for Virgos, especially because it is the first eclipse in this in the Virgo Pisces axis. So let's go, Virgos. We can do this. And of course, this is a general reading. And if you'd like to get a one-on-one reading with this beautiful Virgo, you can do so on MaisonJupiter.com. And you'll have the choice between the tarot reading and the past lives reading. So depending on what you want to focus on during your appointment, if you'd like to, let's say, focus more on the eclipse, past lives reading. So let's say bringing to awareness any kind of patterns that you wish to let go, any kind of element that you wish to separate yourself from in this lifetime that takes its source in past lives. This is the one for you. And we also have the tarot reading 1 hour, which is your questions. So if you have a bunch of different questions you'd like to ask Sophie, this is your reading. So don't forget to enter Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off your next reading with Sophie. And if you enjoyed this new format, please let us know in the comments and also by liking this video. And also make sure you are subscribed to the channel.
Oh, and the community. Don't forget the community, because we have this amazing new contest for each month now. Do you want to say more about this?
Yeah, well, make sure you are part of the community because when it's your birthday month, you can enter our contest to get a free consultation with Sophie is the giveaway. So thank you so much, Sophie. Thank you for everybody for staying with us, and we'll see you very, very soon.